this post itself had a lot of eyes on it because of the crypto role, because of the importance and rulemaking around the future of AI, particularly Gen AI. But even before all of that, how did David Sachs get here? I mean, he donated a lot to the Trump campaign, but he has to both political parties. How did he get here?
Yeah, he's an issue-based voter, ultimately, is what he'd say. But he has recently very much aligned and come out saying he's in support of Trump, largely because of the economy. In fact, go on to his X page. He's an investor in X. He's a big investor in Elon Musk more broadly. And of course, he was part of the PayPal mafia. But he's written his whole thesis on why he was backing Trump, whether it be about the economy, the border, about foreign relations, in particular Ukraine and Russia. But he is someone who's on the All-In pod, become closer and closer to many people who ran for office, whether it be Ron DeSantis, whether it be Vivek Ramaswamy, and then eventually going all in on Trump. But this is the role that everyone was looking at in terms of AI and crypto. And this man, no matter what your political beliefs, you've got to hand it to the guy. He makes incredibly sound venture backs. He backed Meta at an angel round. You're looking at Palantir, he backed at an angel round. He's been in some of the most successful exits that you have ever seen come out of Silicon Valley. He's built a $1.2 billion exit company himself, Yammer. And when you just look at the who's who of Craft VC, which he currently has, this man knows his understanding of crypto. They're in Lightning networks, they're in Bitwise, BitGo, and in an awful lot of AI companies. In fact, he joined the show 6 months ago to talk about Glue AI, which is an AI backing of his. And I think we can just bring you some sound of what his view is on artificial intelligence.
There's innovation happening at every level of the stack. I mean, you're seeing tremendous innovation at the foundation model layer. You've got OpenAI, you've got Anthropic, like you've mentioned, you've got AI now launching that we just invested in. Then you've got innovation happening at the application layer of the stack, where applications are able to take advantage of all the new capabilities created by these LLMs. And if you're positioned correctly in the application layer, you don't want to compete against the models. You want to harness them so that as the models get better and better, your application gets better and better.
He's going to have less time to build Glue AI, obviously, because he's going to be spending up to 130 days advising the government.
Yeah, interesting to hear him talk about XAI. And for those who haven't listened to All In Pod, I just want to say it's fascinating to see how they've gone from the world of technology. They've really broadened out to your point, the nation's affairs in a massive way.
To the nation.
The nation's affairs.
Poker. Healthy obsession with poker, too.
Yes, yes.
Poker. I thought you said hoka for a second. I looked at Katie.
Running shoes?
So you said 130 days. That's the most that he can work, I think, officially for the government without having to divest his interests. He's going to stay on at Kraft, right?
Yeah.
He is allowed to continue his investments in crypto as he advises the White House on crypto, right? So are there any conflicts of interest here?
I mean, there might well be, and he's going to have to recuse himself if they do come about.
Look, he's supposed to, right?
He's supposed
when you
to.
say he's going to have
to,
who gets to judge that?
Well, we will, hopefully, and we'll understand. They're going to bring an air of transparency. That's what everyone has been focusing in on. And look, we'll have to question the same for Vivek Ramaswamy, who himself is also an investor. And when you have to look at Elon Musk himself, many are going to have to recuse themselves, but many would argue that those that are close to the frontier of business building, that understand how difficult regulatory situations are, and indeed how many layers of regulatory tick boxes you have to go through in construction, for example. That's some of the companies that David Sachs backs. Maybe they are the ones to ask. But yeah, it's going to be a very difficult tightrope to walk to ensure that people don't think that they're basically backing themselves, backing their own investments.
No one would think that, right?
Who would be that cynical?
You don't think that Elon Musk spent $274 million to buy influence in order to boost his business interests, do you?
Are you a professional Elon hater? Because that is what David Sachs is calling a lot of mainstream media. It must be said that if you listen to the All In Pod, you do know some of the reticence and issues that David Sachs and a lot of those on All In Pod have with mainstream media, and indeed what they say about Elon Musk in particular.